My centralized exchange just locked me out, like literally about 5-10 minutes ago. I went to go buy Bitcoin because we have come to a point in the market, for me at least, where it's buy the dip. And the reason I say that is we're not that far away from the halving, whether it happens in May or April. March, April, May. It's really early in the morning. I didn't sleep real well last night. And what I was thinking about and what kept me awake is whether Bitcoin's $30,000, whether it's $25,000, who really cares? As we get these big institutions that come into the market, I've got a big article here about it. As these big institutions come into the market, BlackRock, the CTF, what happened with silver is paper flooded the market and suppressed the price of silver. Potentially, that could happen with Bitcoin. And they may just suck up all the Bitcoin. If that does it, it goes to the moon, but you don't really hold your Bitcoin. So we've got this opportunity now, whether it's 30,000, 35, 25, obviously not financial advice, but you can buy the dip and take it off the exchanges. Because some days you may wake up like me this morning, it's crazy. You have that feeling like, I just want to do the simple thing. I should just be able to buy Bitcoin. Should take 2 minutes to do. Usually it does. It's no hassle. You go to do it and you just can't get in there. And imagine if I kept things on that exchange and you couldn't get in for whatever reason. They just say access denied. So always take it off. Super easy. And you've got this opportunity now to be able to learn, to be able to hold it in a Ledger or a Trezor or whatever hardware wallet it is. And people, especially on Twitter, crypto Twitter and stuff, we've got a couple of articles to get into. We'll get into the crypto news in a sec. They have this argument between Bitcoin and Ethereum. Whatever asset it is that you're interested in, that you do your research, that you understand, just take custody of it. That's the revolution that crypto has provided, is we can hold and take ownership of it. As these ETFs come in, they'll play around with the price. It'll be up, down, sideways. That's great. It'll bring in volatility. And that's sort of a feature of it. And that's the whole point of why they want to get in. I don't think it's that evil. They just want to make money. And I think that's a good thing for us who are holding actual like bearer shares at the end of the day. So let's get into the prices here. Bitcoin, obviously it's down a little bit. Who cares whether it's 30,000, 25,000? Today, 30,857. What I want to show you here, and just to show you that we're in a bull run, 24-hour chart, it's down and to the right. But if we zoom out and going up, this here, it'll look like nothing. Whether it's next year after the halving and we hit 100,000, 300,000, we stay where we are. You're holding an asset that is not inflationary in supply. That's with Bitcoin. It's digital gold. That's the easiest way that I see it. But it is sort of number go up technology. History doesn't always repeat, it often rhymes. Maybe it turns into 90,000. If you get it at 30,000, seems like a good deal to me. So when we have these red days, when we have these green days, it doesn't really matter. If it's your DCA day, just buy it. If it's something you like and you understand. So same thing with Ethereum, it's down. Let's just have a look at the 1 year chart and it's trending up as well. I love this because Bitcoin, it's not just about the currency, the number go up technology. It is a time chain and it can lock things in history and it's immutable. And I guess that's what I'm so excited about with Bitcoin. And you start going down this rabbit hole, and I've gone down the Bitcoin rabbit hole more and more and a few times, and it leads you to looking into the banks and absolutely everything. Anyway, getting back to this, block height 797,198. That's where we are in like time spinning on this planet right now. at this block height. Banner bubbles, little bit of red. So if there's things that you like, not the shit coins, and actually want to talk about those straight away with the shit coins. But if you see the utility in them long term, they're doing things, stack up, because the markets will most likely, and it's got the highest probability of getting really frothy next year after the halving. So there will be things you can buy now that will do 10, 20, 50 X's. It gets insane. Let's just talk about it. So obviously, like Pepe, these things, like when we're looking at Pepe, they're not the type of things that you're holding long term. If you want to gamble, sure, go ahead. Usually, originally, like Pepe may come back in the bull run, like when it gets really frothy, but obviously it's going to have run-ups and downs. It's really a speculation. Like that's rubbish money. If you really want to burn money, you play around with these things. But when some of these come out, like Pepe 2.0, Floki 2.0, and Bobo 2.0, people are turning $900 into $176,000. So that's $9 into like $1,700. Like if you were to do that, you know, if you're just to throw $10, $10, $10, $10, $10, and you get a couple of these wins, if you're active, but then sanity when you're in there, like you really need to watch it and play around with it. If you can just find a couple of these things, I know Ivan on Tech, if you want to play like that Degen casino, he's got Morales money where you can sort of find these things before the rest of the market does. So if you're interested in playing like that altcoin casino, there's great opportunities there. It's a lot of fun, but it's long term, most people are going to get wrecked. But if you want to play it short term, like by all means. And so like that's the fun side of the market. And then the more serious side of the market is obviously 100% Bitcoin, but obviously Ether as well. And when we're getting Goldman Sachs reporting on these things in a professional capacity, like this asset, 100%, like if there's any doubt in your mind, like Bitcoin's going nowhere, Ether, more and more is just going to be integrated and like into the world. I think Bitcoin and potentially Ether are going to be around like for the next 5 years. A couple of funny things going on with Ether. Bitcoin's just going to be going on forever. It's not going to stop. There's always going to be someone mining it. I think it's always going to have value. That's my belief. And then like Ethereum, like it's a good play. Like if it's under 2,000 now, it goes to 10,000 in the bull market. That's a 5x. That's the probabilities of that actually happening are very high. So that's the opportunity that you've got here. And maybe it goes higher, maybe it doesn't go there. If it does a 2x, even that's pretty good. And Bitcoin and Ether, like they're the safe bets, and then you can go out on the risk curve. Anyway, supply is falling and people are actually taking self-custody, which is the coolest thing to see. The supply of Bitcoin and Ether on exchanges fell in June as ramped up regulation and crime persuaded holders to prefer self-custody, Goldman Sachs said in a report Tuesday. Supply of Bitcoin, the last since November 2020. This pretty interesting article here. Well, not an article, quote. And the reason I do this is so you don't need to read the whole article because they're full of just so much rubbish and gibberish. And I guess in a way, like I fill up that blank space with rubbish and gibberish, but I find it very interesting how within the facts, like they provide the facts, whether it's quote or whatever they say, and then they fill it around with all this hyperbole that leads the investor's mind astray. And that's why I wake up every day and go through, find the facts and read it to see what the narrative is going forward. Because Bitcoin's easy, you buy it, you stack it, you chill. Crypto, that moves around a whole lot more, and there will be some major winners and some major losers. Like definitely the AI narrative, layer 2s, gaming next year. Those are the things, like if you want to play altcoins, like they're the easy 5, 10, 20 X's because They sort of have fundamentals, especially gaming. Like if they have a game, then they've got the pumpermentals as well. Anyway, major centralized spot exchanges are facing regulatory headwinds, putting investors on alert. Cyber hacks and theft continue to be a concern across the crypto markets, highlighting asset holder preference for self-custody. In line with the popular adage, not your keys, not your coins, that's probably my most favorite saying in the whole world. Not your keys, not your coins. Just grab hold of it, and it's so much fun. Definitely anyone watching this channel, if you're not doing that, let us know why, because to me, that's absolute insanity. If you're in the crypto market now, literally just take all your coins off the exchange, just hold your keys, like nothing's actually on the exchange. Anyway, and specifically for Ether, the enablement of staked Ether withdrawals has resulted in investor preference to stake Ether instead of passively holding on exchanges. In regards to staking Ether, remember when we had just yesterday and the day before, Vitalik Buterin is staking a very small percentage of his Ether because setting up a multi-sig is too difficult. And most investors are having a preference. It's pretty interesting, sort of the staple child of Ether is cautious and hesitant about staking. But everyone else is. Like, I wonder how that's going to play out over the next 12, 18 months, because we know, like, we're aware of that now. It'll just be interesting to see if anything does or doesn't happen. Anyway, Goldman noted that June was a record month for Bitcoin miners' inventory sales as miners took advantage of the cryptocurrency's strong performance. Total monthly Bitcoin inflows from miners to exchanges almost doubled from May to 99 million. The market absorbed $99 million of sell pressure, and then Bitcoin rose almost 12%. That's pretty bloody good. That definitely shows that we're in number go up time. And you can see that, but even like when we zoom in a little bit closer, sideways in accumulation, maybe we do go down a little bit. But whether it goes, say it went all the way down to 20,000, it's just an opportunity to buy more when you're looking at Bitcoin and potentially Ethereum as well. Like, for me, the risk is not buying as much as I possibly can in this point in time, because maybe Bitcoin does change the world. Maybe Ethereum in its way changes the world. At least it's an opportunity to be able to hold something physically outside the system. Anyway, have a very beautiful day. That's news with Fast Facts Friday. Very special guest. We are giving away the Bitcoin standard as well, so tune in for that. We'll see you on the next video. Be blessed. Peace.